Hey, there you are. It is time to get this day started.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I've got something really cool planned for today.
Oh, goody. What are we doing?
Now, all I'm going to tell you is it involves mine cars and brass rings. It's our last full day in Pennsylvania. Let's go have some fun.
That sounds like a plan.
After everything we saw in Gettysburg, we decided to close out our time in Pennsylvania a little differently. Something lighter, a little more fun, and a little less cannon fire. So I surprised Mary with one last day trip, one more back road before we roll on to what's next. This state has given us so much, stories, history, and some unforgettable people.
Hey, don't forget about Charlie.
Who could forget about Charlie? But today's about the joy of the ride, the quiet between the towns, the finding meaning in the places people often drive right past. We're heading to the hills of coal country, a place where generations worked hard beneath the ground, and where, just a few miles away, a hand-painted carousel still spins like nothing ever changed. Welcome to our final Pennsylvania story and the beginning of the road ahead. We took a minute to check out the history and stories above ground. But some stories Mary had no interest in being a part of.
No, listen, you ever catch me in a place like that? You look for the person that killed me and dragged me in there, because that's the only way I'm getting in there. I'm not doing it.
Before we head into the mine, I just want to remind everyone to please remain seated. Please keep your hands and arms inside the cars. Try not to have your elbows up on the edges because it does get tight in some sections of the mine.
Videoing your last moments. Do you have any last words, like passwords where I can find your bill? Stash of cash?
Nope.
I'm here for it. No? I mean, they tell you, danger. 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 And here you sit.
That's right.
And here I stand. Bye. It's on him. I know all the passwords.
And it didn't take long before the light from the entrance disappeared behind us.
Absolutely not.
The ride got darker, bumpier, and a little quieter as it all sank in. There are a few lights now to help you see, but back in the day, the only thing lighting your path was a tiny flame on your helmet. No backup, no switch, just you, your team, and the dark. Mary saw one frame of this ride and said, absolutely not.
I'd like to welcome everyone to Pioneer Tunnel and to Ashland, Pennsylvania. Right now, you are in an actual coal mine that was run and operated by the Philadelphia Reading Coal and Iron Company. The section that we will be touring operated from the years 1911 to 1931. When this mine was in production, the company employed 35 men, 10 mules, and a handful of young boys. And with a workforce such as that, they were responsible for getting out of here 400 tons of coal out of here each day. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move these carts up further. We're going to stop. We're going to get out. And I'm going to show everyone how they mine coal out of here.
Coal starts out as swamp plants, big, leafy stuff that got buried under dirt and rock. Add time, heat, and pressure, and eventually you've got anthracite, hard, shiny, and ready to burn.
Right now we are 400 feet underground and surrounded by rock. All you would have to do is turn that generates electricity, and you can talk outside of the mine. Mules cost more than the labor did back then. But all of that changed around 1903, and today you'll not find any animals in the mine. And if you take a look behind our miner sitting here, you can see that we do have a chute. And you can see all the coal flowing out of the chute and into the cart. And if you look here, see the man sitting here. Look like he is on a break, but he is not. He has a job.
He made it.
There's something about the sound of a steam engine. It doesn't just move people, it moves time. They shoveled in the coal, let off a little steam, and just like that, we were rolling. Slow and steady through the hills of Pennsylvania, same as it's been for generations. The train rolled slow and steady through the hills, the kind of ride that gives you time to think. Trees drifted past like old memories, and the tracks curved through a landscape that coal helped shape. It's peaceful now, but you can still feel the history in the ground, the rhythm of hard work and echo of lives built right here in the valleys. As we climbed higher, the trees opened up, and we rolled into a quiet clearing at the edge of the tree line. Our conductor grew up in these hills, and when he talks about Centralia, you can tell it's personal. The fire started beneath the town in the early 1960s. A coal seam ignited underground, and it's still burning today. This diagram shows how it spread below the surface, breaking apart roads and buckling the ground. Experts say the fire could burn for another 250 years. Eventually, the government stepped in. Families were relocated, homes were demolished, and what was once a vibrant town was reduced to just a handful of houses and empty streets. What's left now isn't much, but the story sticks with you, because in Centralia, the fire never really went out. Back at the station, we wandered past old pumps, coal carts, and one massive chunk of anthracite, over 4 tons of it. Just seeing it up close, you start to understand what these hills were built on. After the steam train and coal dust, we were ready for something a little lighter, and Knoebels delivered. No tickets, no turnstiles, no parking fees. Just walk right in and follow the music. Families have been coming here for generations, eating pizza at the same picnic tables, riding the same wooden coasters, and chasing the same brass ring. This place is pure Americana. Hand-painted signs, fried dough, and laughter echoing through the trees. We took our time, passed the pools, watched the kids running from ride to ride, and heard the calliope start to play. There's no rush here, no pressure to do it all. Just enough magic to remind you that some things, the best things, never go out of style. After a day of coal mines, trains, and old-time rides, there was only one thing left to do: get ice cream. I went classic. Mary picked something with a swirl, and just like everything else at Knoebels, it tasted like childhood and felt like home. You don't have to ride the carousel to feel the magic. The music starts, the horses rise and fall, and just like that, you're 5 years old again. We stood and watched as kids and a few grown-ups reached out for the brass ring, grinning like it actually mattered. And maybe it does. In a world that moves too fast, there's something special about a ride that just goes in circles. Not to get anywhere, but just to enjoy the spin. It's pure Americana, and it's still spinning. We ended the day with a ride on the Ferris wheel, slow, peaceful, and just high enough to see the whole park stretched out below. It's not the thrill that matters, it's the view. A chance to look back on where you've been and breathe in where you're headed. Just two people, a little cabin in the sky, and one last memory before we leave Pennsylvania behind. Knoebels isn't flashy. It's not trying to be the biggest or the boldest. It's just real. A place where laughter echoes, families gather, and the simple things still matter. As we watched the ride spin and kids splash in the pool, we felt it. That soft kind of joy you only get when the day's been full and your heart's just a little fuller. Pennsylvania wasn't just our starting point. It became something more. We found stories here, we found beauty, we found a little rhythm in the slower pace of this place. From the back roads of Lancaster to the hills of coal country, from historic towns to quiet porches, a good boy named Charley, and all the faces in between. This place gave us more than we expected. It gave us a beginning, and now it's time to hit the road. But we'll carry Pennsylvania with us in the laughter, the lessons, and the love we found along the way. Thanks, Pennsylvania. We'll see you down the road. Like what we're doing? Subscribe, share, and tell us where to go next. We're just getting started.